Welcome to Guide Through Grief. I'd like to share a clip from the podcast so you can get a feel for what's in store.
April 3rd, 2023.
Yeah.
Take me through the morning, the day, the afternoon, the evening, and that's where it all started.
Yeah. April 3rd, 2023. It was our second day of spring break. We were down in Marco Island, Florida. It was Lesley, myself, my two boys. At the time, they were 8 and 7. Also, my mom and my mother-in-law were with us. It was the first time we took our parents or any part of our parents with us on a vacation like this. This vacation we normally did over spring break was down to visit my grandfather at his condo. It's where I grew up going as a kid. It's where Lesley and I spent some of our honeymoon. It's where I have 30-some years of memories stored at this condo on this island in this part of the country. And we're going on a fishing expedition. Really normal day. One of the hottest days that they've had that year. We were catching a lot of great fish. We did a little guided fish deal back in the tributaries and catching all kinds of fish you only see in aquariums. Like even the guy was kind of blown away with some of the fish we were catching, or actually just the boys were catching. Lesley's taking videos and pictures of all of it, and it seems normal. We go home that night, have a great dinner. We actually hear people talk about the green flash. If you don't know what the green flash is, Google it. Green flash, Gulf of Mexico, green flash, ocean. It's a phenomenon that happens with the lighting, the water, the sun. For 40 years, my grandfather had like, oh, everyone come and look. And like, oh, did you see it? And no, we never saw it. This night we did. Clear as day. I have it up in my room, a picture, like Sterling even took a picture with his Polaroid camera. And he caught it on the Polaroid camera.
Awesome.
And so that was one of the last pictures we ever took when our family was at its last. Sun goes down, everyone goes to bed. Lesley goes to bed a little bit earlier. Middle of the night, she wakes me up. Something's wrong, we need to go to the emergency room. And she was not one to lay into feeling bad or feeling sick. In fact, she usually kind of pushed some of those feelings and sickness in to play the mother role or to do her job and do all of the traveling and everything that came along with it. So when she said that, it was like, jump out of bed, let's go. And we go, it's about a 30-some minute drive to the nearest emergency room off the island. It's middle of night, so not much traffic. We get there. Normal process. They treat us for dehydration. They said, you can stay and we can give you some more IV and give you some time to rest, but otherwise just go home, and if things haven't changed in 24 hours, come on back. So we go home and she goes to bed, or at least tries to. Not much luck in the day. We call and get some medicine, or to get some medicine over the counter stuff. It gets to be middle of the night the next night, so the 4th, and she's gotten worse. She doesn't want to go all the way off the island again because it's only a couple hours till the walk-in on the island opens. So we wait to go to the walk-in, right when they open at 7. We get there and someone else hustled in just before us. So we were second. And this person was just what seemed like taking an eternity to check in. And Lesley's by the moment getting worse. Pale. To me it's oh, she's going to get sick. I just want to get her back, not out in a public area. And I kind of pop around the ladies ma'am, my wife is doing really bad. I think she's going to pass out. Can we at least get her back there? And they come and get her. And about 4 minutes later, everything changed. And they came in and they said that they believe my wife was under some kind of maybe toxic shock syndrome and needed immediate medical attention that they did not have the capabilities of dealing with there. And they were calling an ambulance. And Lesley started to get up off the table and walk out the door. She's like, my husband will take me. And starts almost crawling out to to the car door. And I'm begging her to stay. And at this point, she's not listening. She just wants to go. And I walk out the door with her. And we, as fast as I think I've ever driven, start driving toward the emergency room we were already at, or at the night before. Fighting traffic, weaving in and out. And we get probably 10 minutes away. And Leslie's taking off her jewelry in the car.
Wow.
Like her necklaces, her glasses, and all those little things. And she's just putting them in my hand. And like, hold on to these, because I know they're going to take them off. And so she then takes off the wedding ring, like just before we pull in, and like puts that on my pinky. And she goes, you keep that one on you. And it was the ring I got from you about a year earlier for our 10-year anniversary. And we pull in, and there's like the first 3 rows, I think, are all handicap parking. And so I just kind of pull up on the curb by the door, run around, get her out, put her on the bench. And I swing my car around and try to find a parking spot. About a month prior, I had ripped 30% of my meniscus in my left knee. So like running wasn't something I could do. Even a walk was all that great. And so it's just taking like what it feels like forever to get back to Lesley through the parking lot. And I get there and she's gone. And I see like the doors close to the emergency room, and I see a nurse like waving me. And I get in there and they already have her back. They're processing. And they said she collapsed. We came out and got her. And that was, I think, one of the first of 3 times her heart failed. Was like the moment I dropped her off, like to then like move the car. And I go back in the emergency room, and it's like what you see in the movies. It's like what we saw in COVID. Like in some of those hospital scenes, like where they were getting the shots through the windows, like almost like in the studio here, like this would be the surgery room, and that was where you could see from the hallway. Like it was gowns and readings and x-rays, and I'm just standing there like, what do I do? I'm texting her mom, get here ASAP. Like, I don't know how you're going to do it. Just get here. And she got there eventually, and they did an x-ray pretty quickly. Her right lung was completely engulfed in pneumonia. And she had, after the fact, we found out it was strep A pneumonia. She had the most common form of bacterial infection on steroids. It got into her bloodstream, infected her bloodstream. By about 2:00 in the afternoon, they got her stabilized enough to be moved up to ICU. She had over a 99% mortality rate when we moved her up to ICU. I didn't know that until kind of the closing about a week later.
Thank you for taking the time to hear about this project. And just remember, you got this. I got this. We all got this.